Hello everyone and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 2 in episode 2 of building our park, our hyper-realistic park, well, as much as we can. But yeah, so last episode we've built the entrance and the little eye candy dinosaur there for our guests when they arrive in the park. Now we're going to be building more of the staff area and more of the main park. So this is just the welcoming party basically. And now we're going to be building upon that. So something that we meant to do earlier was to create some to better represent the habitat of these dinosaurs here, which supposedly lived, well, in Mongolia, first of all, but Mongolia was not what it was today. It was a high-altitude forest, and so we're trying to mimic this dinosaur's habitat a little bit more. So I've created just now some hills, flatten them a little bit, just make it better. We will remove some of these to make the way a better passage. But overall, this is what we've just did here. We have continued to build upon the lore that there are some abandoned building around here. And so the response facility was made also with one of these in mind. So instead of, again, destroying what we find, we build upon them. There's a little hill down here, which explains why the fort was, what I assume is a fort, but it explains why the fort was built on this little hill there. And possibly, if this is there since medieval time, we don't actually know yet, but possibly all the wood was cut, and this hill will give a good defensive bonus to this fort. Anyway, so yeah. Now that we've done this little addition, we're going to be continuing forward with the main attraction. All right, so here I have done a bit. I've let myself go, but here's the update. So now we've built our very first swamped area, and it looks amazing. I forgot to add some trees, so I'm going to do this real quick, and voila, it's done. All right, so we have done our swamp. I feel like it looks pretty amazing. Maybe not to you. You can let me know in the comments if it looks good or not, but to me it looks good. And so now we've got our dinosaurs ready. Excuse my accent. And we're ready to put them up in this great habitat. So I'm going to, with you, release them. And so here we are. We're going to release our first one, the Spinosaurus. We're also going to put some Dinoceras and some Suchomimus. And so let's release the Spino right away. Whoa.
Okay, even I have to admit that this next dinosaur is impressive. The Spinosaurus is perhaps the largest of carnivores. Of course, I'll never get close enough to one to see for myself, but that's why I have you.
Look at that. It does look amazing. Now let's go take a look at what it's going to look like in its natural habitat. so this is done. We're going to take a look now at the Suchomimus.
My name is George Lambert. Now, you'd think that dealing with prehistoric animals would be a problem. And you'd be right, as you've probably discovered. But it's the unpredictability that really keeps us on our toes. Sure, the scientists can bring dinosaurs back, but fences keep them in. And without them, the fences, I mean, none of this is possible.
Yes, these look awesome.
This dinosaur has a skull similar to a crocodile's, and a disposition that isn't that far off either. The Suchomimus originally fed on fish and small prey. Let's make sure it doesn't expand its diet into two-legged animals wearing collector t-shirts.
Alright, so we're gonna put these guys now in their natural habitat. And finally, we have the Dinoceras. Let's take a look at this guy.
Here we have the Dinoceras. This downy dinosaur is often likened to an ostrich. Not surprising, I suppose, considering the long neck, the feathers, the beak. It's just a lot bigger in size, huh? But if things go awry, something tells me this one doesn't need to bury its head in the sand.
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, let's get these guys up into their habitat. Alright, so now the dinosaurs are in their habitat. We've built a little bit of sand and forest here for, well, to accommodate the Deinonychus. And hoping that he will stick around here and scare our first, park goers. We've built the hotels, basically, so when the park goers are arriving, they can go here to take a little break, as we've talked about in the previous episode, see a little bit of dinosaurs here. Then they go to the visitor center. They get instructed not to touch the gates and all of these things. They sign paper waiving the responsibility of the park if they do touch the gate or a member of their family does. So, little kids, things like that. And so at this point, we don't, past the visitor center, we don't need these huge warning about not touching the gate, because at this point the visitors, they can still kind of sue us, and we hope this will be enough to discourage them. But past this point around here, now this is not our responsibility anymore. And so they'll have to walk here, and then they kind of shift habitat. Now we're gone from this dinosaur's habitat, and we're entering these guys. And so what's the first thing you want to do when you get to a park? You want to unload your stuff, your baggages, all of your things. You want to go into the motel. Now over here we have accommodation for a group, for 20 people, for 20 group actually. So I mean, it is not like the cabins are pretty small, but a group could be 2 person, it could be 5. That's up to them, But there's 20 groups that fits in this enclosure, human enclosure. And over here is like the kitchen area and things like that. And over here we have Glogie's barbecue house, and we have the seating areas around here. Fits enough for 25 group of people, and so this should be enough to accommodate staff and park goers alike. And over here we just have like a little emptiness. People can come in here and hopefully maybe glimpse at a dinosaur that will be coming to eat fish, hopefully. And over here we have a nice little hangout area. It's just for people at night, like your day is over, visiting the park. Before going back to the motel, you come in here, drink a couple beers with your friends, talk about how great it went, and hey, maybe you'll see a dinosaur coming around here if you're lucky, and then you go back to bed. So this is the general idea to this area, and this is a long walk. It is kind of to set the mood on entering Jurassic Park, and you're just a little bit scared, you're a little bit nervous, excited, and all that jazz. So now the only thing needed to do is to add the view. People will come in here and they'll have access to seeing the park. So I'm going to do this right now. And so here we are. The logs has been installed. Food has been put in front. There is some some little animals on some islands to incite the dinosaurs coming over here. Everything is ready for the people to come in. Over here we've built a watchtower just to make sure, to have someone look over the entire swamp area and make sure that everything is fine, make sure that there isn't a dinosaur who's trying to break down the log there to eat the people inside. We've decided to put the logs because, well, it's quite easy to escape if you're in trouble. So if the Spinosaur, for example, who would be the only one causing trouble, if any, if he's trying to break down the glass, well, it's very easy for you to take this door, go down, and run back to safety. Spinosaur is not gonna fit through this door, not gonna fit through the hole, even if he breaks the entire thing. So it is perfectly safe. The Suchomimus has taken refuge over here, it looks like, in the same place of the Spinosaur. Let's take a quick look at the map here. And it looks like the Dinosaurus has been taking position in here. The Suchomimus, pretty much everywhere. It's funny to me that they come in here because the sand for them is over here. And so they must not be very happy right now. Yeah, they're lacking sand. But you know what? This is their problem. And it is up to them to come and find the solution there. So for today's episode, that will be it. We've built the swamp area. I think it's very nice looking. I think the guests are going to be ecstatic from visiting this area. Plus, they have a nice little hangout place, restaurant. I think it's going to be nice for them. Of course, there isn't much else to eat than Gloggy's barbecue house. But, there is no need for excess here. We're a simple park, and we just want, the main focus here is the dinosaur habitat. So, in order to finish the video, we're going to be taking a walk from the entrance point, and I've decided to call the park Cretaceous Kingdom. So we're going to take from the arrival point to the visitor center, to the hotels, and then to the attraction here. So I hope you've enjoyed, and let's go into that together.
Come
And there you go. That was the park. We can take a quick look at it too in broad daylight. I like the nighttime, really. I think I'm going to remove the gas though. They make too much noise. But yeah, here's the park in daytime. Oh, look at just how beautiful this is. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to add some forests too around. Oh, there you go. Come on. Beautiful. This is just beautiful. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed the habitat and the park so far. Let me know what you think of it. Don't worry, we will have forest around this enclosure. And just to kind of do the final touch. Next video, we're going to... I'm not sure where I want to... I might do a road around here that goes here for the next habitat. Now, of course, this would be a long walk. How much leeway do I have here? Oh, I don't have lots. But yeah, I might either start from here and we will continue over here. Or we could also just veer off here and do another habitat around here. But I want to keep these things for the end of the tour, and then you kind of come back from this road here with some habitats around here. But we'll see. We'll see next episode. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.